Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Miss Scott.
Okay, what you're going to need today is an essay. So the one that we have been going over together, essay 1, and then essay 2 on the back, and a red pen. Okay? Today we're going to be reviewing how to integrate quotes for our Lone Star essay. What are some things that you guys remember from yesterday taking a look at essay 1, the one that we have all marked up, okay? What are some things that you remember that we needed to fix? Or what were some errors that we had to fix? Yeah, Nathan.
Punctuation.
There's a lot of punctuation mistakes. Anything else? Anakin?
Spelling.
Lots of spelling, yeah. What else?
Phrasing.
Hang on one second. I heard phrasing. Phrasing, we're going to hit today. Yeah, there was a lot of awkward phrasing.
The author name.
Making sure that you put the author's name first, like the first name and then the last name. Don't flip it around, do the last name and then the first name. Yes. Anything else? Any other burning desires that you want to share? No. Okay. Like I said, awkward phrasing. Today we're going to be looking at a lot of awkward phrasing and how we can fix it. Okay, so we're going to finish essay 1 mistakes here. I'll let you see what I see on my screen. Zoom in a little bit. All right, this was from paragraph 1, okay? We went over paragraph 1 together. Let's go through paragraph 2. Remember, the thesis statement was, we fixed it, was education is not a worthwhile investment because we gave reasons. 1 can get a job with trade skills, and they can make money. So the second paragraph should be about what, guys? Making money, right? How they can make money. It is not important to get a higher education degree because there's a lot of elders that go for welders, etc., and still get paid good. What should we do with that?
Fix that.
We should probably fix that, right? Where does it start to become a little awkward in that phrase? The elders that go for welders. Yeah, that makes me think like elders going. Okay, but we want to change that so that it mirrors our reason too, that they can still make money. So how should we do that? Maybe let's look at the quotes first, and then we can kind of work backwards. Let's look at the quotes that they pulled and see exactly what it is that they want to argue. It says, as it states in is a college degree necessary for a good job, comma, by Weitzel David? What should I do there?
David.
Flip-flop.
Oh.
Yep. First name, then last name. So Dave Weitzel. This talented workers in these fields can be making $100,000 per year or more by age 30. And then again, it had a 1 in parentheses. You don't have to do that. Okay. There were some questionable subjects, like unclear. This talented workers, who and in what fields? So I put question marks there, okay, because they need to be a little bit more specific. All right. How does this quote support the reason there's a lot of elders that go for welders and still get paid good? We should probably change that phrase, right?
Yeah.
So let's change it to mirror what it says in our second reasoning. Because people can make money without what?
College degree.
College degree. Thank you. So I'm going to cross out what I wrote and put my revision right above it. So you should be doing the same thing on your paper, crossing out and then revising. What kind of workers is it talking about in the article? So now I'm going to ask you to kind of think back to that article and remember what kind of workers or jobs it was referring to. Do you guys remember? Say it if you know it.
Skilled labor.
What did you say, son?
Skilled labor.
Skilled labor. Yeah, those are jobs like what? Welders,
Electricians.
electricians, inspectors, construction,
Plumbers.
construction, plumbing. I think those were some of the things that were listed in the article. So those are all trades, right? Okay. So what we can do here, where we have this first question mark, we want to clarify it. So we want to say these, not this, these trade workers in, we want to be specific, fields, don't say these fields, just say fields like, what did we say? We said plumbing, construction, welding. Put that in brackets. Can be making $100,000 per year or more by age 30. And the spacing's gonna off right there. But do you see how I added brackets around what I wanted to insert into the quote to make it a little bit more specific?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that, guys. When you are writing your own essays, if there is a quote that is really good that you want to use, but it's not quite specific enough, if you need to fix it, put brackets in there and put the words so that the reader understands what it is you're trying to say, okay? So that the reader understands and it makes it more clear so the reader can make that connection, all right? So they understand the connection, so they don't have to make it themselves, all right? It says, this proves that people, again, what kind of people, could be making a lot, we just take that out, could be making money. You see, you don't even have to say a lot, just say making money. While others are worrying about their higher education. Okay. That's fine. That works. Let's take a look at the second sentence. Was there a question? Did I say question? I hand raised. Did I miss it? It says, in addition, it states, the labor skilled workers in their profession is very low and demand is very high, and most individuals who are well trained in these trades are older than 50. Do I need this one in parentheses here?
No.
Absolutely not. Take it out. Okay. Does this quote support that people can make money without a college degree?
No. Yes.
I heard a no and I heard a yes. Okay. The labor skilled workers in their professions is very low and the demand is very high. And most individuals who are well trained in these trades are older than 50. This sounds more of like a,
It's vague.
yeah, this sounds more of like a, we need workers, but it doesn't say anything about how they get paid, okay? So this quote, they can't even use here. This entire quote, all the way down to here, we have to change. We gotta take it out. So what I would like you to do with a partner, of a partner, whoever's close to you, refer back to this article that the writer is trying to use. It's the one that argues against getting a college degree. And I want you to try to find a quote that would work here, okay? So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to look at this article and find a quote that supports the point that people can make money, all right, even without a degree. Go. Okay, does anyone want to share the quote that they pulled? And there were like 3 people that had good quotes. We'll go with Fred first. What's up?
1 in 10 jobs in the United States in STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, job that doesn't require a bachelor's degree. Those jobs on average pay about $53,000 per year.
Very good. Yes, this is not my copy of the article, but I'm going to go ahead and highlight that up here too. So right here he said 1 in 10 jobs in the United States is STEM that doesn't require a bachelor's degree. Those on average pay about $53,000 per year. Zach, did you have something different?
Yeah.
What do you have?
The Google's senior vice president for people operations revealed that 14% of people at Google have never gone to college.
So he had this one that's up there. What did you have, Fatima?
The same one that Fred had.
Same one that Fred had? What about you, Nathan? Do you have the same one that Fred had?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Brandon, did you have one?
I had the same one here.
Same one that Fred had? What did you have, Cameron?
Talented workers in these fields can be making $100,000 per year or more by age 30.
Ahaha! Talented workers in these fields can be making $100,000 per year. That's all the way down here. Okay, so we've got 2 or 3 groups that landed on Fred's. We've got 2 other really good options, one right here in the beginning and then one right here at the end. Let's take a look at what we can put here. All right, so in this paragraph, we already used the quote that Cameron found. This trade worker, or these trade workers, will be making about $110,000 a year by age 30. So we should probably pull a different quote, but I want to back it up really quickly because here, this quote is at the end, and this quote, the one that had like 2 or 3 people that Fred found, it comes before. So what do you think we should do with these quotes in the paragraph?
Flip them all by you.
Flip them around.
Oh, do that too.
I would probably flip them around. Yeah, if it comes before, if you have some piece come before, I would flip it just because it goes in the same order. So the quote that we're going to use, majority quote, was the 1 in 10. However, that's really long.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's kind of shorten it down. We need to specifically state what types of jobs. So it says science, technology, engineering, and math. Let's go ahead and copy that down. It states science, technology, engineering, and math. And then it says job that don't require a bachelor's degree. I want to take that out because I'm already arguing not to go to school. So if I want to use a piece of a quote here and then a piece of a quote here, what I want to do, ... Okay. And then I'll pick it back up from where I want. I will pick it back up where it starts to talk about money, because that's the point that I'm trying to make, is that you can make money even without a degree. So jobs pay about $53,000 per year.
So you're supposed to drop the comma?
Say it again.
Because in the article it has the comma and you just drop it, so it makes more sense.
Correct. And then we need to fix this because we changed the quote completely. We need to fix the explanation. It says, this proves that young people could get paid a little, but get trained good and could be making money like the elders. Okay, we completely got rid of that idea, so let's go ahead and take it out. Do I need to say this proves again? I already said it like a couple of times after our quotation. So switch it up. Instead of saying this proves, just come out and say it is, whatever it is you're trying to say. So what I'm trying to say is that most STEM jobs that do not require a degree are still what?
Good paying jobs.
Yeah, are still good paying jobs. Very good. Okay. And then quickly, there are a couple of things in the conclusion that we circled that we should probably fix, but majority of us in here, I already wrote good conclusion on your essay, so we're just gonna skip this conclusion, and I want you to now flip to the back page. This is an example of a really good essay that you could use or take skills from for your own essay when you're writing for Lone Star, okay? What I wanna do is I wanna let you read this by yourself first. I'm gonna give you about 3 minutes to do so, and then we're gonna come back and read it together and go through it chunk by chunk, so you can see the difference between this essay and the last one that needed a lot of help, okay? All right, go ahead and take the next 3 minutes to read it silently to yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and start, and then I'll close with you as well. And then we're going to look specifically at chunks of the essay. So we'll start with the introduction, body, and then conclusion. And there are some questions too that go along with it. Notable high-tech companies like Google pride themselves on hiring only the top innovators in technology. This could explain Google's senior vice president's statement revealing that only 14% of people hired at Google have never gone to college. And I correct the author, that's all. 14% is not a very large number, meaning majority of those working for the high-profile organization earned a higher education degree. For most, a college education is a worthwhile investment because it gives the potential to earn more money as well as create better opportunities for lifestyle changes. Do I have anyone with a burning desire who would like to read? Take over.
Can we say it?
No.
Thanks, Brandon.
I knew I was going to be called. All right, you read the first paragraph?
Yes.
It is important to get a higher education degree because the investment results in earning more over a lifetime. In Jason Boyer's article, "Is higher education even worth it?" He states, people who have obtained a college degree will earn an average of 70% more over the course of their lifetime. This shows that people who graduate with a bachelor's degree have the potential to make over 15% more money in their lifetime than those who do not graduate with a bachelor's degree. Furthermore, he says that during I can't ever say that
Economic.
word. Economic recession. Don't laugh at me. Unemployment rates. Statistics for individuals with a bachelor's degree were lower than those without, around 4%. This proves that those with higher education degree maintain their jobs earning money more than those who do not have a degree, especially during the times, say the word again, economic crisis. When it is hard to make ends meet overall, the expenditure of getting a college education pays off over time as it promotes affordability and credibility.
Very good. You want to pass it off to someone to read?
Zach, since you want to laugh.
In addition, earning a college degree is worthwhile due to its catalyst to promote change in lifestyles. Although in the article, is a college degree necessary for a good job? Not always. By David Rizzo, mentions that skilled laborers, plumbers, electricians, welders, and construction managers are in short supply and therefore in demand, resulting in talented workers in these fields, making $100,000 per year or more by age 30. However, these jobs do not promise room for change or growth as far as lifestyles, meaning a skilled worker in these fields can only rely on their years of experience and constant repeated routine in order to making a living. Boyer's, author of "Is Higher Education Even Worth It?" has witnessed ways in which education can change lives as it expands opportunities in the job market. For many generation college graduates, those who graduate are not stuck with doing one job repeatedly for the rest of their lives, adding overall satisfaction and veracity to one's life.
In conclusion, graduating with a college degree provides many positive aspects to one's lifestyle. It is important to obtain the most you can out of life because no one wants to be left out of the majority. What do you guys think about this or this essay? Good, bad, ugly?
Wait, that's the whole essay?
That's the whole essay.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, it's better.
Do you guys think that you could write something like this?
Yeah.
Not that good.
I think you can.
I can.
I totally think you can. Let's go through it so that you can write something like this for Lone Star, okay? Take a look up here at the top, all right? I start off with a statement, a quick statement about Google, right, and what it is, all right? Google is an innovator in technology. Cool, because the next piece of information that I pull is what, or about what?
Google.
Google, yeah, it's about the people that work at Google. And I add credibility because I say this Google's senior vice president statement. Any markings that I'm making on my paper, you should be making on yours with red pen as well, okay? The statement that I say was pulled from the article that was against going to college, right? It's says that 14% of people hired at Google have never gone to college. Okay, 14%. Now, is that a big number? Not so much. Okay, but in the context of how the against article used it, yeah, it seemed like a pretty big number because that's the amount of people that work at Google that don't have a college education degree. However, did that article state what type of work those people without a college education degree are doing at Google?
No.
No. So what could they be doing without a college degree at Google?
Janitor.
Scrubbing toilets.
Sanitation, maybe?
You may get paid a lot,
Trash,
but
maybe?
The McDonald's, yeah,
Working inside Google somewhere? Yeah, okay. So, do you see how I had to write the 14% here because it was a part of the quote? It was also inside the sentence, but here it's different. Why is that? Do you know? Why did I have to spell out 14 right here?
Because that's not part of the article.
Whoa, I heard two answers. Say it again.
It's not part of the article. It's something that the writer is trying to say.
Maybe it's not part of the article. What did you say, Fatima?
To make it look more academic.
Maybe to make me look more academic. I would have to agree. It is also grammar, guys. I'm throwing this in there. If you're going to start a sentence with a number, you have to spell it, no matter what the number is. Okay? Unless it's like a huge number that you can't spell. Yes? Okay, got it. So I put it into perspective, that number. 14% is not a very large number, meaning majority of those working at the high-profile organization, again, I'm tying back to Google, earned a higher education degree. So I'm setting it up for my argument. Where's my thesis at?
it is important to get a higher education because
The last sentence. This is my thesis, right here. Go ahead and bracket this. And then we're gonna underline and number my reasons, right? For most, a college education is worthwhile because it gives the potential to earn more money. Go ahead and underline that and put a 1. As well as create better opportunities for lifestyle changes. Go ahead and underline that and put a 2 over it. So those are my 2 reasons, 1 and 2, that back up why people should get a college education degree. All right, there's that handout here. What do you like about this introduction? Anything?
Quick and to the point.
It's quick to the point. How does it address the opposite side? Let's froze up. It's not closed.
better job.
Yep. And then, how does the introduction make a valid case for its position?
Using factual quote.
Yeah, using facts. Oh, well that was fun. It froze and then I had to restart. Okay, take a look at body paragraph number 1. It is important to get a higher education degree because the investment results in earning more over a lifetime. Does that match up with what I say here at number 1? It gives the potential to earn more money? Yes. Go ahead and put a 1 there because it matches up. In Jason Boyer's article, Is Higher Education Even Worth It?, he states people who have obtained a college degree will earn an average about 74% more over the course of their lifetime. How do I set up this quote?
He started off with the author and then the article title.
And then the title, yeah. Go ahead and label that. That's how you want to set up your quotes. Let me back it up a little bit. That's how you want to set up using your first quote, okay? If later on you state from the same author and same article, you can just say, in addition, it states, because it knows you're, we, the reader, know that you're referring back to the first article that you quoted, right? What is the, let me back it up. This shows that people who graduate with a bachelor's degree have the potential to make over 50% more money in their lifetime than those who do not graduate with a bachelor's degree. All right, so what I did is I took that information in the quote and I reworded it, rephrased it, so that it would be explained to the reader, all right? Someone from last class said, put in layman's terms. You can think of it that way. You're just trying to put it into perspective to back up your own argument. All right. Furthermore, go ahead and circle the word furthermore. What are those words called? Transition words. Put TW over it. My last class didn't know. Good for you. That's nice. He says that during an economic recession, unemployment rate statistics for individuals with bachelor's degrees were lower than those without, around 4%. Why did I put these words in brackets?
To change out something that was already in the quote.
Say it again.
To change out something that was already in the quote.
To change out something that was already in the quote. Okay.
One word.
Or add something that wasn't in the quote. So if I want to do that, if I want to add some of my own words, I'm going to put them into brackets. Just make sure that you do not change the original meaning of the quote, okay? Or what the quote is trying to say. This proves that those with a higher education degree maintain their jobs earning money more than those who do not have a degree. Do you see how I'm still addressing the opposite side, but I'm pushing or advocating for my own? You want to do that, especially during times of economic crisis when it's hard to make ends meet. Overall, the expenditure of getting a college education pays off over time as it promotes employability and earnability. Earning, expenditure. That right there, did it freeze again? Oh my goodness gracious.
You throw that thing away, man.
Ugh. Let's try it one more time. Do you see how I reiterated the same point from my reason at the end of that paragraph? Employability, earnability, and expenditure. Guys, I had to use a thesaurus.
You wrote this?
I wrote this.
You had to use the thesaurus for those words?
I had to use a thesaurus.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I didn't even know earnability was worded.
You can use a thesaurus. Please do. While writing this essay. It makes you sound smart. Okay, take a look at the second paragraph. This second paragraph does something a little bit different. What did the author do differently here? Look at where the information came from. Hint, hint. Yes! It pulled from the other article. Do you have to pull from the same article that you're arguing?
No.
No. So let's see how this writer did it. In addition, earning a college degree is worthwhile due to its catalyst to promote change in lifestyles. Change in lifestyles was point 2. I'm going to underline it and put a 2 over it. Okay. This author took the word catalyst from the article. Guys, use the articles. They're so full of good things that you can mimic, okay, when in your own writing. Circle the word although. Although is another one of those transition words, okay? TW. In the article, is a college degree necessary for a good job? Not always, by David White. So this should be a comma and it should be outside the quotation marks. It mentions that skilled laborers such as plumbers, electricians, welders, and construction managers are in short supply and therefore in demand, resulting in talented workers in this field making a lot of money by age 30. Okay. However, that's another one of those transition words. These jobs do not promise room for change or growth as far as lifestyles. I'm tying back to what I'm trying to say in my reason, okay? When you use transitions like although and however, it tells the reader that you're going to be pulling something from the opposite side, but backing it up with an even stronger argument, okay? Thinking back to what happened this past weekend, did you guys see, I'm going off on a tangent, did you see what happened in the news with the MAGA hat kid and the Native American protesters at DC?
What?
And okay, so this picture of a student smirking or smiling in front of a Native American protester who was banging his drum in his face circled the internet, and people were right off the gun saying, this kid is racist, he's so rude, how could he, smile at this protester and not move or not do anything. Thank you. And it was like a video, like a 1-minute video that came up on Saturday night that was like just showing the kid just like standing there strong and like not moving. What happened later, like Sunday, is a longer video, about 9 to 16 minutes, surfaced where it was that Native American protesting group and another protesting group and like the bunch of schoolboys who were there at Washington. Like the Native American group was like moving around from kid to kid, and they singled that kid with the MAGA hat on, and they singled him out, and there were like 5 adults behind him with like cameras like filming the entire thing because they knew like this is gonna go viral. So what it didn't show everyone was that protesting group and then another protesting group, they were harassing the group from the school group. And so a lot of people were making their claims or these outrageous statements about this poor high school kid, like giving him death threats without having all of the information. So bringing it back, you really want to make sure that you have all of the information, that you can back up what it is you're trying to say. So here, even though I do address the opposite side, I'm going to refute it and make sure that the reader knows that my side, my argument is stronger. However, these jobs do not promise room for change as far as lifestyles. Again, tying it back to my reason. Meaning a skilled worker in these fields can only rely on their years of experience and constant repeated routine in order to make a living. Does that have a quote around it? No. So that means I had to come up with it. That was part of my argument, okay? That's what you should do. Don't rely just solely on quotes. Really, come up with your argument. Put your voice into it, okay? And then I support it with a quote from Is Higher Education Even Worth It? The author has witnessed many ways in which education can change lives, as it has expanded opportunities in the job market for many first-generation college graduates. Those who graduate are not stuck with doing one job repeatedly for the rest of their lives, adding overall satisfaction and versatility. And those, my friends, are words found in the thesaurus, again, that just show that they promote change in life, okay? So what I want you to do, go ahead and answer these questions for body paragraph 2 and the conclusion if you've already done it. Awesome. Make sure that you have these markings also on your essay. And then on the back of this, because there's nothing printed, what I'd like you to do is to write the skills that you feel you need to work the most on and which ones you are most confident in. So all of those skills that we talked about, punctuation, finding the best quotes, integrating them, explaining them, coming up with really solid reasons for your argument. What skills do you feel that you are amazing at and which ones do you still need help with? Okay, write that on the back of this piece of paper and then turn in all of it. I want your essay, I want the one that we worked on, and I want this. Just make sure your name's on it.